Music? Should we play music? I do really want to listen to music. I could listen to music. I mean, who cares if it copyrights it? Who cares? Gotta figure this out though. Can be giving YouTube all of our time. But good morning. Good morning. Yo. Good morning. Good morning. We're waking up and trying to activate our little legs, but that's not what we're doing today. Late afternoon. I forget it's different times all over the world. It's crazy. For me, it's 8:30 in the morning. I know we were supposed to talk about this topic, but I want to change the topic already. I hate that. I hate that. I'll make this video when I want to make this video, though. Does this one fit into this one? I feel like the other one is kind of like a precursor to this video. So actually, I am gonna make that other video in front of it. 5:27. Oh, it's the evening. 11:26. Okay, it's still morning for you. 5:30. It's bedtime. 5:30 is like the final countdown. I'll never forget 5:30 always hitting and being like, well, the day is at least almost over. All I have to do is blink and then I'll be able to sleep somewhere after midnight. Anyways, I don't know what I did, but I feel like I did something on the channel. I'm not sure if it's because I said, you know, rebel, or if it's because I said a different word. I'm not really sure what's going on, but there has been a heavy suppressing factor on this channel, unfortunately. That sucks. I know some of you have been here through many different platforms and many different channels, and once the channel tanks, we're out of here. We jump ship. I'm not the captain that stays on the sinking ship. I am the captain that gets off the boat. I'm the one on the door. So I've been great. I did. I watched K-pop. I totally did. I did. It was actually a really great movie. It was so interesting. So funny, when I watch movies now, I can't even watch movies without being like looking for underlining things. And I was, because I'm all into attachments recently. So I'm like weighing how the tattoo girl, I don't want to give up anything, but how she's like a demon and then he's a demon, and my memory is not like retaining things, so I'm struggling to remember the movie at this point. But it was definitely I'm going to make another, like, try again to just take more of it in. I feel like movies are so telling as far as like they sneak messages and like things into the movies. Hello. Can you guys hear me? Am I coming out clear? I am still gonna try with the channel. I've been trying. I've been very consistent. I've been on the mindfulness, personal development. It's technically since the beginning, but I know I threw cosplay in there, and then I threw art, and I threw a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, what I might end up doing is making another channel for specifically only personal development. I'll maybe wear turtlenecks and I'll put some glasses on or something, and I'll tone down my energy and maybe talk a little softer, and I will try to give my presentations in a more leveled manner. But I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong over here because I've been consistent. I have an enormous amount of people that tell me that I'm adding value to their lives. So the comments being like 26 people telling me that I helped and they're taking value from things I'm saying, but then the likes being like 8 and the views being like 100. Like, I don't really care too much about like the numbers, but I do care about the fact that if this page is or this channel is being suppressed, and it's not, if maybe I hit too many red flags along the way down the scope. I don't know. I don't really know. We're allowed to say it's word, but other people are allowed to say way crazier stuff, and they're able to do a lot crazier stuff. Is it because I'm talking about how society's trying to groom us? Because I feel like everybody else can talk about this stuff openly, and they're not really doing that. So I don't know. My memory is glitching too. It's wild. The memory is not doing its job. It gave options. Yeah, I like variety. It's so hard for my being to stay, like, even with the attachment stuff, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm over it. But there's so many new factors to take in that I'm like, okay, like, it's cool. There's new things every day. It's a different style of things. And I'm still trying to incorporate my music and my art and my, movement. And I am trying to use all of those things in a way. They are personal development. It counts as personal development. But I don't know. I feel like I hit some places. It's great in the form that it has so much work in it that there's no filter, frame, or word in it. The first sequence song was redone 50 times before they chose the one. Oh, yeah? It has so much work in it that there's no filter, frame, or... It was a great movie. I really liked it. Thank you. Thank you, Deontay. Why give up 11,000 subs? Most people don't make it to that. It's hard. People get 100,000 views and 200 likes. You're a small channel. As you grow, the algo changes. I hear that, and I totally get that. I have other channels. Like I said, I have channels on, other platforms where I have like 20,000 or 10,000 or, so I have no problem with gaining the people's, being there. But I don't know if I'm rubbing people the wrong way or if I'm speaking in a manner that's not able to be received, or if the algorithm just is not, like, I'm testing it. I'm in testing mode right now. I'm like testing in the morning, in the evening, with old content refurbished, different angles and stuff. I don't like having to do all that. I don't mind, but it's not like the effortlessly looking content sometimes takes a lot of freaking effort. This stuff takes, the easiest is when I'm just make the video and I talk about things and it's cool. But again, there's 350 videos on my channel. There's 11,000 people. If I have not, done my part in adding value to this page, or I messed it up with my 1,000 niches, which I did feel like all still kind of was personal development because I was developing the whole time. We can clearly see the development from last year to this year. I'm still the same person, but there's obviously a new awareness this year. Yeah. I'll still probably come on here just like I do on my other platforms and just be like, hi, and post some things here and there. But like I said, I'm going to give it 2 weeks. I'm going to give it 2 weeks. I'm going to do my best to study the hashtags and that background stuff. 2 weeks, I'm going to try to get a video or two out at least every day or every other day. And we're going to just see how this 2-week period goes. If this 2-week period does not, go, well, if it does not produce what we need it to produce to keep the channel going, then I will have another channel where I probably just do long form, and I'll use this channel for like my short form content, because for me it's expression, but I also want to add value. I do want to be a public speaker. That is in my goals. So being here like woohooing is not serving me or anybody else. So I want what I have to say that's important to be able to get it out there to the people that need to receive that information. But I also want to be able to express myself and not be stunted because of that side. So it's kind of like it's hard. It's like on this side, I want to add value and I want to help people, recognize their higher selves and their authentic selves and things like that. And on this side, I just want to be and express and share, but if I can't do both at the same time, I will separate the channels to I express myself here freely and don't care about being suppressed or censored. And here, I'll be a good girl that just tells everybody, like, hey, this is the information, because the way I've been doing it, people want help, yes, but people also want escapism, and you have a lovely personality that cuts through. Aw, thanks, Brad. Yes, hold on, let me catch up. I think you are being suppressed. I have seen your channel and you haven't seen my channel in 6 months. Yeah, no, and I know I'm being suppressed. I, as a creator, can see when I'm being suppressed, and that's why maybe, I don't know what you guys are seeing on your end, because I'm not sure if I'm even showing up for majority of people. I see that there's a consistent bunch that seems like, okay, they must be seeing my videos because they're super you're not disappeared, but there's the way that the numbers and the videos are showing and reflecting, it appears somewhere in there I have been caught in a net. It is disheartening to continue to try to break through that net, and we've come to a we're not going anywhere point, which is unfortunate. Yes, to separate channels, have this one be a vlog and go have fun and do stuff. Yes, Brad, that is where we are heading towards, it looks like. I'm a big fan of you. Aw, thanks, Deontay. People want help, yes. There's the joke when Zoe says she has 57 ideas on how to fix Rumi's voice. It's a weirdly specific number, and that's why 57 song and animation version before the one got done. Aw, that's so cool. Yeah, I liked how they were, I loved how Rumi was the demon, and, he made that mistake with his family, and that will, haunt a person for their whole life. I feel like I was getting a little bit interrupted for the end, so I want to see the end again, because that's the part that escapes my memory, is what happened with Rumi. And I know they didn't end up, I remember her coming out on the stage and the demons, it was like the demons, it was like the self-conscious, pointing out all the things that made her weak and things like that. And hate can't get rid of hate, only love can do that. I loved that. That was one of the messages in that movie. By the way, however you choose to go forward, I'm happy to have met you. I know no one's kidding. Oh, thank you, Subran. I'm gonna express myself. Yeah, no, for real. Look, I can understand. You show up occasionally. I look for the content as well. Maybe you need to push through. I love it. Yeah, Wade, I've been pushing through. I don't think that anybody can see on that side, really, but I've been putting at least a couple videos every single day for now over 1.5 years, 2 years. I had at least probably 15 to 2,000 videos up. I did private the majority of them. I am doing my best to put out new content and also recycling content and things like that. And I'm not going to tell myself, hey, like, it's garbage content, because I love it. I love what I put out there. I've been pushing through, though, and I have been consistent. And I come to this place where, for me, I know that some of the things are like my childhood wounds that are like telling me to just disappear, and the avoidance. I know on one side there's like avoidance there, but I feel like somewhere in there there's also this freedom and this kind of like exit door, like when I am on here and I'm like, no, look, you got to use your voice. Everybody needs to hear your voice. Everybody needs to hear your message and what you have to say. It's so important. You know, maybe they'll, you know, become echoes and ripples in the world out there and stuff like that. And then other times I come to this place where I'm on the same app as all of you, and I'm like, you know, I'm scrolling and they're like, you need to buy this rice cooker. This rice cooker is where it at. Okay. And, you know, and then they're shaking ass, and then there's like there's a tsunami somewhere, and then I swipe again. They're like, no, you really need to get on here. Everybody needs to get on here right now. It's so important. We all should be online. You should be out there focused and paying attention to life, living your life and stuff like that. Get off the app. But we're on the app telling people to get off the app. Attachment theory. There's thousands of people that are talking about attachment theory. I don't have to be on here talking about that. I don't have to be giving my time to the internet. Is my voice really that important? There's literally nothing new that's been said under this earth, you know? I could just disappear into a cabin in the woods and never be accessible to the world, you know? So I get caught between, there's other people and the other people, and I care about the people in the world and the connecting in the world and things like that. And then, am I roped into the pyramid scheme? And am I feeding into the pyramid scheme of keeping us on these damn little boxes? You know, I get stuck there. Should I be freeing myself? You know, or is that me trying to avoid being a bigger voice out there? You know, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that goes through my brain. Yeah, where Genu did wrong was that he only asked for stuff for himself, and when they walked up to the palace, his family wasn't let in because the king only asked him if they come in, they die. Okay. Yeah, see, I missed that part. I also had my kids running in and out, so I missed that part. But yeah, so he didn't intentionally like leave his family behind. Man, my face is so expressive. It's hilarious. TikToks and videos. Yeah. No, it feels like so many ads. I'm like, you ever I'm like, we should do those videos where it's like, you want an escape from the ads? Like, stop trying to change us. Stop trying to niche us into a different week. Yeah, 2 weeks for the channel. Yeah, I'm gonna probably start leaning towards giving this channel a break, unless I can rein in the consistency and fix whatever I broke in the algorithm. I don't know. Look, I get it. I said that we're being made slaves to society, and I apologize, algorithm. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. You know? I hope I'll be quoting K-pop for life. I broke into a million pieces and I can't go back, but now I'm seeing all the beauty in the broken glass. The scars are part of me, darkness and harmony. I love it. There's a fine line. There is a fine line, and it feels so fine. Awesome. Good to see you. Whoa, what? What do you think I was doing? I was crossing my fingers. I was joking because I made a joke and I was crossing my fingers. Yeah. As much as my big brain wants to be like, look, everybody hates you and they all turn off their notifications. That's not likely. It's not likely that I'm that important that everybody was like, we just don't want to watch her anymore. It's more likely that I got in trouble for saying something that I shouldn't have said. I think it was that dancing video. I'm not gonna lie. I think it was the dancing video, the correct me if I'm wrong. No. It was one of my latest long forms. You can see where it took a little tank. No. For real. I'm just like, okay. I don't want to be like a conspirator. Yeah. I try. Like the attachment stuff, I'm learning that it's like you make it. Yeah, everybody get in here. Like, sure, my attachment, have made me like avoid a lot of people and stuff and situations. But there's so many times, and it affects my children directly, and that's why attachment is so important to actually learn. Polyvagal theory and attachment theory is so important to learn because that's how you're attaching with your children and all the people around you, and I get that, and you're passing things down to them, and that's not good. But at the same time, like there's times where I have been out in public with my children and we have been followed multiple times this has happened. So I'm like, dang, did I push that stuff on my children to where they're like hyper vigilant and they're like, bad people are everywhere. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, but they are. We've had to like, I remember this one time I was in one city shopping at Ross, and these men just like stood out to me. I just couldn't I couldn't help because I'm hyper vigilant. My hyper vigilant picked up on the fact that these men were following us. And so I was like, we need to leave. And we leave. This man gets on the phone. He's walking around on a phone, and we leave. When I leave, there's another man right outside the door also on a phone, and he recognizes me. He looks at me like he knows who I am, even though I know that we don't know each other. And I'm like, okay, that's super weird. We need to get to our car fast, That's unusual for children, but also that's how I grew up, with my mom being like, look, I need you to be quiet, do this, do that. We're hiding here, and we're hiding in a donut store, like behind a counter or some stuff. Crazy experience, but also I've had to be in that same experience as an adult coming up against strangers. We leave to a completely different city. We're at a Walmart now, and I'm in line checking out, and I look around, and what do I see? That same man with that same Nirvana t-shirt on the phone, looking around. He don't have nothing with him, but he's looking around. That man followed us, period. And that's happened not just a couple times. That's happened a good amount of times. So although I'm like, yeah, that sucks that I might be a little hard to get close to for some people. That seems like them problem. Sometimes it's me problem. But it's kept us alive, So I don't want to, I don't even know where that story came from. Where did that come from? Do you pronounce it Cheyenne or Sheehan? Cheyenne. That's how I call it. Getting into humanitarian aid, but since I'm still in uniform, only a few organizations I can work with when I get 30 days free time. I've been around a lot, don't really have attachments. World is temporary. Aw. Joe, that is such a interesting perspective. I can see that. Don't really have attachments. So do you have family that, like, because you have previous attachments. Like, I still have some attachments with my family members. We not might not be like, but like me and my dad, I'm like, look, it is what it is. If we ever, we're insecurely attached, but attached. Like, I know how he is. He knows how I am. I am evolving. I really hope that he evolves too, so that we can, because they say, like, once you start evolving, people either get left behind or they have to then also evolve as well. So, like, as you evolve, your relationships evolve too. As you grow and secure attachment, other people are able to as well. I actually was reflecting on that last night. I was thinking about my securest, um, like, attachment, um, and I was thinking about how it came to be. I kind of forget that part a lot, but it was like but it feels very similar. I do have this experience where people are very just loving, and they seem very kind and accepting, and sometimes I'll fumble or I'll stumble or I'll be, like I said, avoidant, or I'll be like anxious or whatever it is, but it's like a steady, grounded um experience, to where it was very hard for me to receive, like, which feels bad because I'm like, look, I wasn't trying to not receive connecting or becoming attached. I read this. I typed it into Chat GPT last night, and I have a difficulty trusting and believing that another person can love me for who I am, and we can actually have that stable connection. And what made me think about this was the fact that I don't worry about that relationship. I don't worry about that attachment. I don't go, oh my gosh, we haven't talked for a couple of days, or like, oh my gosh, am I saying too much because I'm sending a 10-minute message and firing off my emotions and how the day went and stuff like that. Like, I know that they're not going to take me being in an anxious state personal. They're going to take that as I'm processing, and I need to process, and I need to get this stuff out. Whether they say something about it or not is, that's their state and stuff like that. But I don't worry, like, okay, I'm going to get dropped at some point as a human being. I'm not going to be important to this person one day because I do X, Y, and Z. And it, being in that place is so amazing. Having that security is something that feels so good to have. But I really hadn't taken a moment to process the beginning and how hard it was for me to believe that that security even was a possibility. And it's helped me informing my it's helped me in being open to more secure attachments. When I feel anxious and like I want more, I'm able to go, hey, like, you're feeling some intense emotions right now. We should evaluate them. If the other person on the other side of this, is going to be a secure relationship or attachment, they're going to be here for a while, or however long they're here, whatever. We don't know how much time we get on this planet. But security is, it's not going to disappear if we're not talking. Security is, I can, be avoiding talking at this point, not because I don't want to talk to you or this relationship, but because I have 50,000 things to do, and it's not going to be taken. I hope some of that made sense. Let me catch up. I've been over here like blah 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 blah. Humanitarian aid. Joel, what made you get into the military? I believe it's all called the military, right? I know there's different like branches, so I don't want to disrespect your branch at all. But I am curious to know how what made you choose that route. I can understand it being hard. It's so weird to hear my thoughts from someone else. Like Hendrik said, we listen to the demons, we let them get between us. So just in case Carrie and this approach to relationships seems too physiological. I totally do give myself the right to respond to people spontaneously. I can understand you coming in a physiological thought, and this is a natural thing for me. So whereas I'm receiving love and it feels natural and it's genuine, it's not that I'm trying to make it like devalue it or not believe in it or not trust that it's genuine. I just naturally have had so many experiences that went really, really bad, ended in betrayal or abandonment or hurt or things like that. And it's caused patterns of me feeling like I will over empathize with some people and not understand disrespect has even come into the building because I trust I trust that person. And once I trust a person, I'm like, we're good. Everything's good. They can do no wrong. But people do. People are people, and that happens. And you got to give grace to the fact that people having challenges isn't a fault, against you. It's dope to watch your journey because you have zero idea where you're going yet. Lamont, that is so true. It feels like I'm going and I'm like, we're going in the right direction. I don't know where the destination is, but we're getting a little closer. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. I never know what's going on, even though I'm like, we're studying, we have all of our books, it's going super good, but it also feels like everything's on fire. Everything's on fire, but we're fine. That's weird. I don't know. Are we superhuman? It could be. I love how I hate that I have Hendrik's quotes in my head. I just want to give a hug to whoever needs it. So hugs from you. Aww. All the hugs and love. That's awesome that you have that in your mind. And it's like a way of that's your subconscious. You're getting these that's why I love certain movies, because you're taking in all these new quotes and things that are coming to you, that spoke to you, that resonated with you. And that's why you have all the answers on the inside, whether it's from a podcast or a song or a movie. You have everything in you. You just need to be able to have the awareness to evaluate it, to process and look at it and things like that. And what I'm recognizing is I also need to be okay with the stillness and the quiet so that I can hear my own inner voice. Do the low-waisted trend now. What? What's the low-waisted trend? Maintaining boundaries while cultivating peace in relationships is basic. Maintaining boundaries while cultivating peace in relationship is basic. That's such a privileged standpoint, Ice Cream. Again, not everybody was raised in the way that maybe you were raised. I really don't know, because I can't really speak on, I don't know you at all. I don't recognize you. Romance is overrated. Again, so many people, I'm a very romantic person, but I get to keep that. I'm a very loving, romantic person on my own. I keep that no matter what relationships or attachments that I have. I naturally look like I'm in love because I am. I am in love with myself. I'm in love with life. But there are points where I can't stand and loathe myself. And that's just a part of my being and how I was shaped. So I have to work on that. Boundaries, I'm learning what boundaries are and how to communicate them. But for a bit, boundaries meant these are invisible. I can't really speak on these or talk about them. If I do, I'm probably going to get gaslit out of them or manipulated or coerced, or they're going to know that is where the line is and they're going to tiptoe all the way around it, and then they're just going to smash it, and then it's not going to exist. And then I have to choose between this person that I have now spent the time to get to know and feel empathetic for the fact that they have had also a shitty life maybe or shitty circumstances, and I over empathize, and then I abandon myself. Self-abandonment. Over empathy is self-abandonment. Who knew? Who knew? Now I have this awareness. When that happened before, I would just be like, oh, okay, you crossed the boundary that I wasn't able or comfortable or safe enough to express in the first place. I'm out of here. You will never see me again. So now I can go, hey, I'm communicating. It's still, a lot of times they still are like, I don't know. And the second that that's crossed, I can go, hey, look, I didn't like what you did or said, and it's not personal. You're able to speak and do those things, but I'm actually out of this whole dynamic. So you're speaking from a place of you must be only meeting people that respect those things. You're stepping into your divine feminine power. I feel it, Lamont. I feel it. Hello, Happy. It's just nice knowing that person is still alive sometimes, proceeds to hide in a house for the next 3 years. For real, Robert. What's in falling in love if it caters to all your baggage, etc.? It's supposed to feel like falling, right? No. See, that's the thing. There is no falling in love. Falling in love is a lie. Love is a choice. And that's what we're supposed to be doing on the whiteboard. We're supposed to be explaining the difference between these things. Love is all right, you guys. Right, hold on. Wait a minute. I love this. You're on speakerphone, and I'm also live.
It's Ariela's first day of school. Tell her to say hello.
Say hello to Ariella. It's my niece's first day of school.
I'm grabbing her shoes, but I wanted you to say,
Yeah, of course. Where is she? Can you see me? Can you not see me? Okay.
I have to turn the car on. Dude, I'm going in my cheetah print pajamas.
Cheetah print? Girl, look. Everybody loves cheetah print.
I was like, I'm gonna
cheetah girls for life.
Do my lashes. Do my lashes, everything. And I woke up like an hour and a half. I was like, there's still not enough time. Go like a bum.
I hate this. Remind me later. How do I get this off of the screen?
Big girl shoes.
Oh my gosh, they're so cute. How come they don't light up?
Because of school shooting.
Oh, okay. My bad. What? Are you serious? Are you kidding me?
It's a
rule?
It's a rule.
Dude, okay. No, man.
Here she is. It's Theasha here.
You look so beautiful. Have a great day. Your first day of school.
Look.
Oh my gosh, they're so cute. I love them. You look so beautiful. You're gonna have the best day ever.
I need a picture too. Smile.
Oh.
For a photo. For you too, Shine. Smile.
Okay.
Okay, I got one of her.
She's so cute.
You and your Barbie shirt?
Yeah.
I love Barbie.
I'm gonna make good decisions.
You're gonna make good decisions? Yes, you are gonna make good decisions because you are a smart girl.
Your friend next to you is Willow.
My friend is next to me is Willow.
That's your cousin's name too.
That's awesome.
So you won't forget.
How are you feeling?
Good.
You feel
Good.
excited? What do you feel?
I feel excited.
You feel
Yes.
excited? Nice, nice. What are you excited for most?
At school.
At school. And also, I'm so happy. I'm in energy.
That you have
Aw.
energy?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have energy.
Are you
Nice.
excited for recess? Are you excited for learning? Are you excited for friends?
Yeah.
Oh, I have to do your. Hurry up, baby. I gotta take a picture of you with your. I got your first aid board too.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so cute.
Oh, that's okay. Well, we love you. We just wanted you to say
I love you.
know.
Thank you so much for calling and sharing this moment with me.
you're welcome. What's wrong, baby? Is it too tight?
I
They love you.
Love you.
All right, love you, Cheyenne.
love you. Love you. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Baby, we have to go.
My bad, you guys. My bad. Connection, not attachment. Yeah, connection. I agree. Yeah, because attachments seem scary. Empathy without boundaries is, yes, I agree, Lamont. I agree. Yo, what's up? Everything is on fire. Like Uncle Iro said, life is sometimes this dark tunnel. You can't always see the light at the end, but you keep going forward, you'll end up in a much better place. Amen. Hi, Zoe. Hello. Man, I'm sure I'm so behind. You are your own answers. Yes, you are. Cannibalism is not allowed. What? I'm gonna go with this. You and your family have a blessed day. Thank you. I did exactly that. You did exactly what? If anyone that going to do that gaslit thing to you, just tell them off or annoy them. I just avoid them. I treat a big person for me when I rewatch the show. Oh, Uncle Iro. Okay. I will have to rewatch it. You have to choose love daily. Too many get caught up in lust or infatuation. Okay, I'm starting. Get your stuff done. I did just snort. Nobody saw that, though. Nobody saw that. All right, we've been on here for 42 minutes. We're going to get off pretty soon. What was that thought, though? Okay, that's what I'm going to work on the board. Falling in love is not supposed to feel like falling. You are not supposed to... the falling part is the attraction. That's the normal attraction. Look, I love to be attracted. I really do. It's a chemical reaction in your body. It's not within your control a lot of the time. So, like there's people that come into my job and I'm like, fine, like, I'm like, shit, I'm attracted. This wasn't intentional. I can feel a chemical reaction in my being, but I don't have to act on attraction. That is a choice. And that is how we set and have boundaries. Just because I'm attracted to somebody does not mean that I'm, that's a green light for me. That doesn't mean that I don't know about this person's morals. I don't know about, if they're safe with themselves and others. I don't know if they're, a shitty person. I'm sorry, I cussed. My bad. I'm sorry about that. Whereas love is a conscious choice. And the chemical reaction is not going to always be there. I'm not going to always feel like you are the bee's knees. Some days I'm going to feel like I want to punch you in the face. And this random person that somehow is built in a way that the chemistry is affecting my chemistry and I'm feeling attracted suddenly, while, there's somebody I actually love that I am not being attracted to. The chemical is a repellent feeling instead. That is an active choice to not entertain, not engage, but be able to acknowledge, hey, that does happen. You do gain attraction here throughout the days and stuff like that, But love is an active choice. It's saying, regardless of how I feel about you, I do appreciate you. I do value you. I am making a conscious choice to go through the thick of it with you, you know? So anyways, that's all we have time for today. I love you guys. My little just came out, so I have to go. Love you. Bye. Watch my videos, you guys, and comment and like and all those good things. Yeah. All right. Bye.